What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, doing another World's Scrim VOD review from Cambulee, our beast from NA. And this is going to be the last World's Scrim VOD review I do because World starts tomorrow at 1 a.m. Pacific time if you're in Americas. And if you're in another region, I don't know, convert that to your time. You can do it. You're a big boy. So I'm honestly very hyped for Worlds. I mean, I really want to see our NA and America's players do a lot of BR reps who have done very well in previous tournaments. So I'm excited to see how our BR players do. I will say, I hate to put it on record, but I did my Worlds pick'ems, and I actually ranked EMEA first place just because of such an insane slate of players that they're sending. So I pray that I am wrong here, but that is that's my prediction. I put America's third, man. I did EMEA and then APAC. So actually tragic here. All right, let's look at Cam's start here. So a few interesting, pieces here. One is we have kind of, this Rel pair, kind of Star Guardian opener, but whatever. We do have a Koboko player plus a Janna. The big issue with this is our items don't really lead to it. Best case, we could turn this into like a JG, and then eventually you kind of have to make a Shojin, which hurts. We can also there's a lot of stuff down here that we can hold. I feel like you do want to hold Rakan to pair with this opener. There is like a Jin Mundo style setup, which pairs a lot better with the IE. I feel like I would look at holding Jin Mundo here just because we have the IE slam. We'd like to play some kind of opener around this. So I'd be looking at selling stuff like Rakan. Yeah, he does sell Rakan, buys the Jin, does not buy the Mundo, opts to hold on to the Janna here. All right. First Augment here, Patient Study, Transfer Student, fully adapted. I mean, probably not going to be. I have actually seen some Transfer Students players doing decently, but I had not so much that I'm convinced that it's broken or something like that. Fully adapted as well. I mean, great with these we showed way back when the APAC player who played this with Garen, was okay, but not amazing. I mean, I like Patient Study the best of those three. Warpath and this quality of lobby probably not going to get taken. So we do opt to just take the Patient Study, play a 3-Star Guardian opener. Going to chill here, power up, grab Midas Touch, which you're always happy to take because it's Econ. There's a Shen player in this lobby, solo leveling player in this lobby. But yeah, I mean, he's even just going to say, from Patient Study from this spot, I am not going to entertain the possibility of me playing Janna Reroll whatsoever. And he's even looking at slamming the IE here. Yeah, going to slam it onto the Zai here just to try to kill as many units as possible, though I think it's going to be 0 this fight, but maybe in future fights we can win some. So IE slammed, we have locked ourselves into AD. As far as lines to play AD from, you can go, Fast 9 AD is really solid. Star Guardian is a very just kind of consistent AD line. We've seen a lot of Samira as well. Samira, Volibear, Edgelord type stuff. So honestly, a lot of comps that exist out there. I'm sorry, Daisy Cat. I put you. I raised my. I'm standing desk mode. You can see here. I'm not sitting in my chair. I'm standing desk mode because she jumps up on the desk way too much, and it actually causes chaos and confusion. But maybe we'll still get a Daisy Cam. But yeah, I mean, right now we're just chilling on this board here. We do pick up the Gnar too, and so he's gonna swap items over to Gnar. This looks good. Just take Attack Expert because the other options are really not that great of early game options. So this is going to be our set for now. Kind of awkward. This board with the Bastion frontline, there's not really much inbuilt synergy there, aside from, I guess, Shen would give you crew. But, you would much rather have more of a Juggernaut style opener here, but all good. And I'd be surprised if we don't make 20 here. Wow, he really values holding on to these other kind of pieces of the opener. I mean, I understand holding on to this stuff, but I don't really understand why not just sell Rakan and these guys. He really wants to hold on to Juggernauts here. Yeah, I don't really get that. I mean, you'd have to sell Silver Pair, but who really cares? We're on a 3-loss streak. All right, going into Carousel here. What we do take off Carousel will give us some kind of, we have to make some kind of decision as far as what we are actually playing towards this game. We take Belts here, which can just be Even Shroud here. Great item in any kind of AD line. And because we took IE, we're obviously playing an AD line. So, I would not certainly mind this whatsoever. We do actually, oh, wow, rewarded for these holds, actually. Wow, okay. I mean, immediately rewarded. He decided to hold on to the Juggernauts and the the heavyweight with the Zachary here, and like immediately we get rewarded for we get to play a lot stronger board. And yeah, we even sell off our whole bench here and get rid of all that other stuff, and our board's way stronger here. We could turn this into a 3-loss into 2-win here, which, you know, patient study, it says lose, but it's a 1-goal differential between winning and losing, and you get that 1 goal back by winning. So usually you're kind of indifferent towards winning or losing. In some ways, you know, the extra gold from winning is better because you can use it to make econ and stuff like that. So it's, you know, you don't have to worry in this spot about being like, oh no, unless you're like, you know, on a 4-loss streak and you really want to play for 5-loss, like then at that point, you really want to go for that. And we rotate into solo leveling, and another Nefiri 1 solo leveling like we saw in our last game. Oh God, Kitty, I can't believe you jumped up onto the desk. Oh my God. Okay. I don't want you to... The whole point of this was that you would not be able to jump up on the desk, but she actually just managed to jump up all the way. I actually have an outtake a video I was recording, and then she jumped up on the desk and then did not get all the way on top of the desk, and so she kind of slid off my desk and she was fine, but I disrupted the video enough that I had to re-record, but it's okay. She's a good kitty, and now at least she's sitting politely. No, her tail just hit my mic or my mouse. All right, well, we are going to continue to chill on this board. We get Ionic Spark from our items, but, you know, certainly not really looking at making an Ionic Spark here. So I think, you know, this spot is good enough here. You know what, Daisy? Because you did such a good job of jumping. Well, I don't know if it's really a good job or a bad job, but I'll move the cam so we can get a little Daisy cam action here. Boom. There we go. There's your little Daisy cam action with her that's the spray I use to make her not chew on stuff. It smells like lemons or something like that, but it doesn't really work. All right. I mean, looking at these, I'm just looking at a last second save here. It's a combat. We don't really need double econ in this spot unless we do want to go some kind of fast 9. Blood Rage is also not a bad option. I love last second save. I love anything that's healing and shielding in a complex. Well, Star Guardians is what I'm thinking of here, but we'll see. Actually, yeah, he rolls over and he looks at Epoch for a second, opts to take Best Friends. Huh, okay. I mean, I think Best Friends is a totally reasonable and just solid, especially, I mean, in current meta, there's, you know, a decent amount of AD that exists out there. So, you know, like, I mean, we're rotating to this guy. I mean, it's Shen. But yeah, like, I think we'll be fine with the armor from Best Friends, and you know, the extra AS is nice as well. I mean, it's totally fine. I'm a little surprised about rolling over last second save, but I guess he just doesn't like it as much there. Well, okay, all good. We're on a 2-loss here, so kind of loss streak into winning into lose streaking. But I mean, the upside is we are rich. We are a very rich setup here, so we are happy about that. But yeah, I mean, we are just chilling here for the rest of this stage going into carousel here. We do kind of have to decide what we are playing this game. Can't really you know, flex forever. We have this kind of AD board. We're really holding on to everything, though. I mean, we're holding on to a lot of the Soul Fighters. We want to play Soul Fighter. We're holding on to Cinder if we want to play Star Guardian here. We're holding on to Zax and Kaisas even, which I don't really know. Maybe you're just holding these for fun. I don't think. I mean, unless he's playing some kind of duelist Ashe with IE, yeah, probably not. I will say probably not here. All right, going to carousel here. We have the Rod open and the Cloak open. I mean, I feel like Bo goes into both of those nicely. But there is a Poppy on carousel with a Giant's Belt here. And so, wow, I think he's taking that as his direction. Yeah, he's saying, you know what? The second I find this Poppy, that's my direction. That's my cue to say, okay, this is very likely Star Guardians. We're going to level for the Poppy here. Sell off the Syndra because he's likely to play one of these like lower number of Star Guardian setups here where he's just playing a few. So that's the idea behind getting rid of the Syndra here. And I'll move my cam back up because the kitty has run away. This is how you know the videos are real, man. This is real raw stuff. This is no editing, man. This is what it's all about. This is why we get up in the morning. All right, gonna be a really good loss. Yeah, perfect loss here actually for selling off some of the other Soul Fighter stuff. And yeah, just holding on to, okay, he's still holding on to a few different outs though. He's holding on to, you know, the Poppy and the Star Guardian stuff. He's also holding on to this like Bastion Edgelord style setup. Sees a Jinx and a Poppy as we scout. So, you know, maybe not that amazing. Sees an Ashe, but it's an ILW Ashe. I feel like that Ashe player is not even a Mao. I mean, the more I look at this lobby, the more I see people who are likely to contest us. You know, this person could very easily play Star Guardians, could very easily also play like Samira type stuff. They do have a Smolder, but I doubt that it's really going to be like a Smolder angle from their spot with, you know, just only the one. So I do feel like we are probably likely to end up one or multi-way contested. So this might be kind of a full flex roll down here. He's going to sell off the Gnar. Yeah, he's going to start already kind of pivoting his board into pieces of this because he knows this is going to be a tough, probably next turn. Yeah, I mean, we have enough gold that I feel like it should surely be a 4-1 with this extra gold. So honestly, right as the round starts, I'm down to drop it to 1x speed here for this pivot, because this is like the whole game here. We played a pretty chill early game, but this is what it's all about here. Rise of Kali, there's a Samira if we wanted. He's gonna hold on to Samira, and he finds a Jinx as well, and a Seraphine. Okay. Finds a Dr. Mundo too, does find a Cassante if he wants it, and is going to start selling pieces of this. Does hold Cassante pair here. Also has Samira. Is he going to hold the Samira as well here, or is he just going to say this is too much? Yeah, he is going to hold the Samira and the Gwen as well. Oh my god. Going to hold Poppy as well here. Sell off the Samiras, finds Cassante too. Okay, we have fully committed to this being our line, and I mean, has gotten into a pretty nice version of the board. It's actually going to shift into 6 Star Guardian. I'm going to make the Guard Breaker, i.e. Guard Breaker here. Tier item is actually going to be Adaptive Helm here, and then Morella over there, and just going to take Super Mega for Jinx. Wow. I mean, a nice pivot overall. Loved how flex he was during that, but he just kind of decided, at some point you have to decide, okay, I'm locking myself into this line. And the Cassante too is a really good indicator to play this line, because now our front line's essentially sorted. We really just have to get other pieces of it. Giant Mighty Spongy Coronation. I feel like I love Coronation in this comp. Just 2 amazing things for us here. It allows us to play extra units in this comp. Like you saw in our team planner, we're throwing in Volibear, we're throwing in, more Star Guardians. I mean, there's just so much you can play here, and it's a 3rd item for Jinx for now. It's not the best item at the end of the day, but it's an item for now. So I think this is a great pickup here. Gonna make the Nico too. I mean, my kind of question is gonna tailor out of Star Guardian here to try to, and he does actually take Gather Force here, which is pretty surprising to me. Wow, roll, and we find Jinx. I was about to say, I wonder how much we roll here, and he says, you know what, we do need to roll here, and he opts to go for it, and he gets rewarded for it. Finds Tankzilla as well. So we tailored. Now you have to tailor out of, you need the under 4 Star Guardian to tailor out of the Star Guardian one, Star Sailor. So he tailors out of it there to look for better power-ups here. I'm a little surprised about maybe I shouldn't be surprised about Gather Force here, honestly, because we don't really have any mana gen or AS onto the Jinx. I guess we're getting some from the Coronation, but the AD is really, really relevant here. We do have the AS from Best Friends, and then the IE Guardbreaker. We have all of this crit. We just need something to scale it up, and that's what the AD is going to do here. So yeah, it's the Gather Force here. Gone or back are the days of Gather Force. The other thing that I find quite interesting here is that we're itemizing the Poppy and power-upping the Poppy over the Cassante too. Just saying, also, this is going to be such a close fight, but I think we win. Nice. Saying that Poppy with 6 Star Guardian in, Heavyweight in as well, is going to be better than the Cassante as an item tank. I don't think I would have made that call, but I mean, I do think, like, after thinking about it a bit, it seems quite reasonable. We were digging for the Poppy, can't pick it up, so we have to take just another tank item here. Chain Vest, quite solid. All right, Kitty, my desk is elevated, so don't just like try to randomly jump down. I see her getting up and looking like she's about to move around here. If you walk around, that's fine. And if you even jump down, I have a desk next to this desk that you can jump down to. Just don't do anything silly. She is a silly cat sometime. All right, that was, wow, the Shen board still hasn't hit. That's horrible for them. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say, honestly. Their spot looks really bad, honestly. Who is this player even? Bai? I feel like I've not heard of this player before. I'm not sure what region, but honestly, I would not expect them to do that well in this game. Yatsuhashi, by the way, 6 HP. I feel like we haven't checked in on him, and that's a crazy spot as well. But yeah, I mean, we're Poppy paired at this point, looking at pushing 9. A lot of Poppies out of the pool when we scout here. Let's look at this again. 1 Poppy out here, just being held by this guy playing 6 Bastion, which is very annoying. And then there was another person with a Poppy too. Yeah, so that's 4 Poppies out, 5, 6, including ours. So finding our last Poppy for Poppy 2 is not, impossible, but it's not going to be easy here. So we'll continue to chill on this board here. We get the Tankzilla here, which I think is enough to spike us to win the fight. And yeah, I mean, clear out the 5 streak here. Great board for for the Star Guardians. I mean, I do think he made some really interesting decisions this stage, as far as, you know, slamming something like an adaptive helm here, even though, you know, I think a lot of people would want to say like greed for, you know, Shojin onto Jinx, opts to just make that slam. Really like the item pick, and itemizing the Poppy and powering up the Poppy is so interesting, but he values it more highly than the one we got going on here. I mean, I see Bramble Shojin here if we can make it, and we can make it, and then you can put the crown onto, yeah, I guess Xayah. I was thinking Seraphine, but I guess the Xayah one is better than Seraphine here. I mean, the AS is really nice to proc this Morello. The problem is you can't really move Morello to Seraphine until you get some kind of mana gen on her, because it's going to take her so long to cast, right? Like if your items are just Morello and then crown onto a Seraphine one, that Seraphine is just sometimes going to die before casting. So it feels bad, but we have to itemize this Xayah, and she's proccing the Morello at least. So we take a loss here. Not too bad of a loss, and this will actually put us in a good spot to level and roll here. So let's roll. Really digging for Poppy 2 is the big hit here, and then another +1 on this board. Gonna fit the Shen for just Bastion and kind of, I mean, it is Edgelord. It's not the most important Edgelord in the world, but it is Edgelord that we get to play here. So I've seen worse ins on this board. I mean, Bastion buffing up your entire board is nice. Definitely, you know, we'd be preferring a Braum, but not too bad. And looking like we're going to take another win here. So yeah, I mean, aside from that other loss that we took, we're on an interrupted 6 streak. Has anyone ever coined that term? I don't know. It sounds kind of crazy the more I say it. Holding on to TFs here, gonna fit the Volibear in the second that we pick it up as well. He's the Edgelord. Lose out on Bastions, but we get Lucia in on this board, and also he's just, you know, a better unit than the Shen here, and we could potentially find something like a Bear too to hold on to either extra items or just be a dude on the board here. So I like this, and yeah, I mean the board is looking nice. This is a very nice kind of like standard modern day Star Guardian version where, you know, you're playing the +1s, you're playing stuff like Gnar, you're playing stuff like K'Sante, you're playing stuff like Volibear, you're not just going full in on Star Guardian. We're not playing the Ahri, by the way. The Ahri kind of the easiest Star Guardian to cut, I feel. And then later game, you know, the Syndra is like something that you can kind of think about, you know, not playing if you have, like if you have space for it, you can play it on, you know, like a level up, like a level 9 here. We could be playing it over this Bear here, because it is it's buffing up your Seraphine. I feel like it really gets good once you have something like a Seraphine too. Going to get the TF in on this board. That's wild to me. He says, you know, once we get the Varus in, we have no need to play the Gnar anymore, so we're going to cut the Bear, and then we're going to play TF as our +1. I mean, I don't think TF1's going to do anything, but I think his idea is that, you know, we're strong enough we can actually play for like high cap. We can hold this TF and potentially get a TF2, start scaling him up. You know, maybe we get some AS on him this round and then something else next round. He can also hold on to this Morello really, really nicely. Ooh, yeah, that is pretty juicy. And yeah, I mean, if we find a TF2, this will be a great way to cap out the board. Man, Flex TFT is back, baby. We're playing around the 5 costs that we hit, just flexing them onto our board like a threat. Oh man, isn't you know what? It took an entire set, but it's kind of back here. I'm a little worried about some of these fights against these very strong kind of like Fast 9 style players. I guess we'll see where we end up, but I mean, top 4 with Star Guardians is decent, but I would definitely, you know, like to play for something better than a 4th, considering the fact that we hit our board so strong on stage 4. But we will see here. Have a lot of stuff left to cap out with. We can hit the Seraphine 2, we can hit the TF2. He's keeping all these options open. He's even holding for potential 2-star. Oh, and yeah, he's going to cut the Xayah at this point, continue to roll down here, and yeah, just teching deeper and deeper out of Star Guardian here. Pop this, looking for. He's going to move to, he's going to move Adaptive down, and then double Bramble here in the super AD heavy lobby. Wait, I love it. And the Adaptive on to Seraphine. I love this as well. It's actually so sick here. See, this fight goes. We're 17 HP, so we're not going to die here, but a win here would be really good for us to be able to play for higher placements, and we do get it. That is so good here. I mean, we're going to donkey roll every round, look for our 2-stars, find Varus, which is probably the least consequential one, but we can move items over if we want. I'm actually, yeah. I love this. I love this, actually. Now, tech out of the TF, move these items over. We're going to move the Adaptive over to him as well. Probably just put the crown, onto Seraphine. Ah, beautiful. Man, wait. Star Guardians is so cool, actually. Like, we've actually gotten to a point where the comp is so balanced that, like, there are all these different kind of variations you can play based on what you hit here. Tech into the TF and then tech out of the TF. And we win this fight as well. Wait, we're all of a sudden on a 2-streak here. If we can hit Seraphine 2, I feel like we are looking like we have good odds to win out the lobby. We're also going to move Power Up over at this point and take Body Change. Wow, what's the idea here that the the CC is just not that relevant versus this these boards, maybe, or maybe that these are really fast fights. It must be the idea is that these fights are so fast that he's kind of afraid of taking something that takes so long into the fight to actually end up proccing. Wow. And I mean, look at this fight, right? The fight is basically over by 15 seconds. So makes sense that we teched off of our Tankzilla here. All right. Looking close though. Yatsuhashi still win streaking here. Sail down to 15 HP here. We'll see if we can pick up a win here. Takes the duelist spat on Braum just for, just for the Braum too. Yeah. I mean, and we can, I guess, reforge it. It's Soul Fighter, Sag, but I mean, not really too much going on there, and now that we have the Seraphine too, he's actually, considering moving items over, I think this makes perfect sense. Can't move the crown over, so I guess it would just be, adaptive Gunblade, and then Morello over there. Yeah, I don't mind it. The only problem is our Morello's kind of in Narnia, but the Gunblade, I guess, kind of has to be on Seraphine. Big ult from Seraphine. Our front lane's getting wrecked, though. Oh my god, hold the line. Wait, this fight is so close. I think we won it. Oh my god, we won. Wait, but still didn't go down to 2 HP. Oh my god, this game is so close. 6-6, and there's still 3 people alive. This game's going to go into stage 7 unless there's a double kill here. Powers up, moves power up. He's digging for Mage onto Seraphine. Doesn't find it, but he does find Critical Threat, which I think is pretty solid. So he just says, at this point, we're getting off of this power up and going for full damage here. Just saying, like, if I can blow these people up quickly enough, I can win. And the Mage would be really nice here. But, I mean, still get the Critical Threat. It's not too bad, I guess. Decent Seraphine ult, though. Our front lane does get kind of cleared here. We are dead. The only hope is that another player dies harder. Oh, by 1 HP. It's a third. Oh, my God. What a game. I mean, so many cool decisions from Cambulee. This game, I feel like he knocked it out of the park. Showed perfectly how to flex around, this comp these days, where you can play these lower tier versions of Star Guardian, tech out of it, play the 5 costs. I think it's just a fantastic game. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are excited for Worlds. If you're gonna be watching Worlds live, I am not going to be watching Worlds live. I have work tomorrow, so sorry. But I mean, Frodan will probably have some kind of co-stream or go watch main broadcast or something, because it's going to be really hype. I'm probably going to catch the VOD afterward and have a VOD review tomorrow from whoever is probably the best performing player on Worlds, as long as they stream. Do they have to stream? I hope they have to stream. But yeah, I will catch you guys in tomorrow for Worlds, and then set 16. Oh my God, set 16 is so close. I am so excited for set 16. I cannot. I love this time of year where we get Worlds, boom, right into new set. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching as always. Bye-bye.